course. That's the music of Mozart, youthful Mozart. I think he was only in his teens when he wrote that. Divertimento in D major K136. And to work, it's rather topical for me because I've been tutoring that recently. So, it's in my midst. Love it. Particularly the development section, when it goes into the minor key, and second violin has that wonderful embroidery passage. Always floors me that moment. I love it. But music of Mozart to start the program today.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello to you, Frank.
vk3sl.
Yeah, and vk3sl test missions, of course, and we are on 160 and also on UHF. It's 438.725 and also streaming online.
How was the walk?
Oh, it was good. It was good, yeah. It went very well. In fact, I'd been back a short time, and but look, yesterday we it was a day walk, and but it was really reasonably warm, and the walk was a steady uphill the whole way for about 10 odd kilometres, and then we camped out, and it was lovely where we were camping. It was a beautiful spot amongst the majestic mountain ash.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, so when we organised our carpool, we thought we were going to be in for some strife because there was just lots of people around. In fact, there was no one around until we got to the start of the walk, and suddenly, and there was heaps of people, and it was an event. It was a running event.
Was it?
Yes, and all these people were running between. It was like a bush run.
Yes.
And they had a first aid station at Starlings Gap, is where we were camping, and there was just a huge number of people who thought this is not going to work for us. And
I can well imagine.
Yeah, we went there.
You came for a bit of solitude.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just all these people out of nowhere. It was remarkable. Anyhow, I spoke to one of the organisers, and they said, "Oh, don't worry at all. We're all moving out by 1:30 in the afternoon."
Oh, really?
And lo and behold, when we got back, they're all gone. It's like an ant's nest clearing. It was just completely astonishing. Yeah, but I did have this morning. Kate had to leave early with B, and I had the other car, so I went for a bit of a drive, and I went and saw the Ada tree, which is one of the largest remaining mountain ash. Beautiful tree. It's nearly 80 metres tall. It used to be over 100 metres tall.
Oh my God!
And it's one of the exemplar mountain ash trees from, I think it's about 600 years old.
What a marvellous mask.
It's incredible. It's about 15 metres girth, I think. It's just astonishing. It's enormous.
How old is it?
They reckon about 600 years old.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's just remarkable that it wasn't harvested because there's been 2 generations of harvesting in those forests, although they're very tall and majestic. The last harvest in the area that we walked was immediately after the 1939 fires, so it's had a couple of generations to recover, and it really has recovered spectacularly. It's amazing. You never know, really. Except you don't get those super giants that used to inhabit the forest. But yeah, it was good. So I went and saw the Ada tree. Then I went out, and Mr. APV suggested I have a look at Taronga Falls. So yes. I drove out to Taronga Falls at Nuji, and but it was so busy there. It seems to be. It's interesting how some places must sort of really be on the map for some social media groups, because it was just packed. And Nuji's sort of a fairly out-of-the-way place, but there are hundreds and hundreds of people there, and the walk was really quite difficult because it was so slow, because so many people were doing it.
Yeah,
and lots of people were camping here. It's not the sort of camping that I like, but it's great to see a lot.
Too organised, was it?
Well, it's just two. Yeah, it's just little boxes, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, one caravan, next caravan. It's all it's that sort of. I'd much rather camp away from the car, but anyhow, that's okay.
An element of kind of seclusion.
Yes, well, I really savour that. I like being in a wilderness spot without too many people, and but look, that's fine. People, others enjoy the social dimension to community camping as it is, but lots of cars and lots of dogs and lots of people and dogs fighting and noise and generators and boom boxes, and it was just
a bit of drinking, perhaps.
Yes, I'd say so. So, it's fine. But it was just, I wasn't socially in the right mood to be amongst that number of people. So I hung out for a bit, went and saw the falls, and went and saw another set of falls, had a little swim. And then I drove back to Melbourne and got back about an hour ago.
Well done.
So yeah, tried to squeeze a few things in, but it has been a good day. It's been lovely. It's very warmer. It's actually a lot cooler up there than it is here. Coming back to Melbourne, you really notice the difference.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's about 10 degrees cooler up in the hills, but that's what happens. Yeah, so...
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And you can recover tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Looking forward to a really low-key day tomorrow. I've got to dry out the tent and just get all the gear aired out and stuff, but that's fine. That'll be good. It'll be nice to have a relaxing day. So have you got a few plans, or have you had any sort of... because you've had family staying with you, of course, Frank.
Yes, they've gone now. They're back in their own new home, new to them.
Yes.
And very busy painting and goodness knows what.
Okay.
And tomorrow, I've got a dinner for my birthday.
Oh, birthday greetings to you.
Thank you. I think we're going to a Thai restaurant.
Oh, sweet. That sounds a lot of fun. Lovely.
Oh, it will be.
I'll be
lovely.
thinking of you. I'll send you birthday wishes, Frank.
Thank
On
you very
behalf of
much.
all the listeners, I haven't got my cello with me. If I did, I'd play you a birthday song.
Oh, wonderful. And then Wednesday, I've got a play.
Okay.
Play for the year. I can't remember what it is.
Sure. Is it an MTC production?
Yes,
Right.
it is. And then Thursday, I've got another lunch, which is a sort of co-birthday with a lady.
Okay. Great.
That's another lot of people,
Sure.
including Jamie. That lot includes Jamie.
Tremendous. Please pass on my best to
I
Jamie.
most certainly will. He always likes to hear from you, and he always
Yeah.
wants me to send his best
Yeah,
to
lovely.
you, of course.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for
Yeah,
passing that on.
so that's that.
Good.
Now, while we're talking social,
Yes.
you were saying that you were keen to, or you would like to meet Harold Fabricant.
Oh, yeah, I would.
If you were around on the 5th of April, I could ask him to invite you to his recital.
Oh, well, let me see. I'll have to, look, let's have a talk off here because I can check.
We'll do it off here, but I just plant the thought.
Yes, look, thank you. I would love to meet him.
And Kate too. Of
Oh,
course.
sweet. That sounds great.
I'm
love
pretty sure he would. I obviously tell him about you.
Yeah.
And if anyone was well credentialed, it's you two.
Oh, how sweet. That's lovely. Well, thank you. Thanks for mentioning it. And I'd personally love to go, and I'm sure Kate would.
I'm sure you'd enjoy it.
but-
I have a sense of privilege, really, being there.
Oh, that's great. It's really special. So that's on the 5th of... all right, we'll keep ahead of that one. And, we'll...
Just look ahead and
Yes.
see how it looks for you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yay, sounds good. All right. Well, what's happening? Well, I've got to think
We've
of
got
a
David here for dinner.
Sure.
I'm not sure what that means in terms of winding when.
Yeah,
but
look,
not for a while anyway.
Yeah, that's okay, Frank, because I'm going to have to wind up at 6 today because we've been asked out for dins.
I think I can keep going that
So,
long.
yes, we'll go to about 6 o'clock. Just a short missions today.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How does next weekend looking for you?
oh gosh, I can't think ahead.
That's too far away.
It's too far away. My life doesn't extend beyond the next few days. I think I should be around. I'm hoping.
Anyway, we'll play it by ear, Steve. don't
Yeah, I don't think there's
I'm
anything
pretty
major.
sure I'm okay.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, I think so. I'm hoping so. So I'm starting to get busy again with work and stuff. So I probably need a bit of downtime to offset that.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, let's kick off with a 20s hit as always. Let's see what I've got here. I've got a recording of Ben Burney and his Hotel Roosevelt Orchestra. Okay. I think this was recorded about 1929. So. Have a listen to a track called "I've Got a Feeling I'm
Falling."
I'm
Yeah.
falling. Yes, I think it was a big hit from that time. Yeah, let's have a listen.
I've got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you. You caught my eye, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Show me the ring and I'll jump right through. I used to travel single, oh, we chanced to mingle, oh, now I'm a single over you. Hey, Mr. Parson, stand by, for I've got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you.
Okay, there we go. That's a bit of nostalgia, some sweet nostalgia from the late 1920s, and a very smooth performance
Very much.
Ben
Nice
Burney.
little last chord on the, what was that, the vibes, do you think?
Yes, or Celeste or something. It's sort of,
It's probably, although it had vibrato.
it did have vibrato.
Or
It's
tremolo, I should say.
exactly. It does. Probably a vibraphone, an early form of the vibraphone, perhaps.
I think so.
Interesting. They use them, and they often used orchestral instruments as well in their percussion, especially the bigger bands.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That was very sweet.
It was Scrappy Lambert, I think, was the vocalist on that. Yay. Let's have a look and see what's new on the celebrity playlists here from our YouTube vaults. Oh, yay. I want to hear this. I mean, I sort of save things up, listen to the first little bit and think I'm going to hear it all on the program for the first time. So this is one I sampled. It's a recording of the Indiana Syncopators, and it's sort of hot flapper music from early 20s. This is from 1923, and it's sort of the Gatsby era. And the Indiana Syncopators, and a track called Bees Knees is the name of the track.
Okay.
Yes, Bees Knees. Please. Well, that was pretty hot recording for 1923. My
Was it
goodness me.
music?
Yeah, they were really on fire.
Really a syncopation.
Oh,
right?
there certainly was, and you can really hear the sort of the prevailing influences on that. It's sort of it's before that more stylized type of syncopation that we associate with the later 20s dance bands. They were really sort
That's
of
pretty free, wasn't it?
it was, and more in vogue from the original Dixieland Jazz Band and New York Rhythm Kings and groups like that, which had that vaudeville sort of vibe to them. And a lot of the black bands, of course, were very free in their presentation. So
Were any of those dark at all?
I don't think so.
Probably not. They sounded a bit dark. They had that sort of almost a bit of wildness about them.
Yeah, I know. I would have guessed they were, but I don't. I'll look them up. Indiana Syncopators. We'll just do a check on that. It's a rare record.
I really like that.
Yeah, it's online.
Could we play the other side?
I haven't got the original. This is
I see. Okay, sorry.
yeah, Syncopates. This
Of
is
course, you're
from
not playing records.
not all the time. Here we go. Indiana Syncopators. I've got recordings. It talks about the Indiana, the original Indiana 5. I wonder if it's the same group.
Yeah, heard of the Indiana. They're pretty well known, I think.
Yes. I'm just trying to get this into the vibe here. We haven't got the computer's a bit ready. The original Indiana 5 were not from Indiana. Their name was an apparent attempt to sound like other bands of the day, but had names.
A little bit reminded me of McKinney's. What do you call
Cotton Pickers.
But not as much.
Yeah. McKinney's Cotton Pickers were almost in that driving swing, pre-swing.
Yeah.
The band played mainly in New York City and were broadcast on the radio. They were active from sometime in the late teens or early 20s to 1929. They were recorded under the pseudonym of John Sylvester. Got back together in 1948. This doesn't tell us who the artists are. That's the thing with this. This is the most authoritative resource I can find, but I'd love to know who's playing in them. We will put a timestamp on that and come back to it.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, rain check is what they say, rain check. Yeah.
To me, it was a bit of a surprise, Not that the other stuff is not good, but that stood out a bit, I reckon.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, India. So, okay, that was nice to find. Mr. Garrick. Tim Garrick's putting up a lot of records at the moment. He's an English collector and has all sorts of wonderful things that just sort of never really made it to Australia. I did play one the other day when I'll play it again because I think you'd enjoy this. This is a recording with Eddie Cantor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a great fan of Eddie Cantor. I love his enthusiasm, and his flamboyance, and there's something marvellous and very infectious about his delivery and his personality. And
huge star in his day.
He certainly was. He was, and his early films for Warner Brothers, we've shown them at a lot of our movie nights with disclaimers because he does blackface and things, but he does it tastefully. He doesn't do it, or more tastefully than people like Al Jolson.
Yeah, I was going to compare him.
Jolson he sort of stylized the vaudeville mannerisms and sort of almost trivialized them by sort of overdoing them, hamming them up, so to speak.
Yeah.
Eddie Cantor less so, but anyhow, it is a moot point. It's not an easy
between a tribute and a parody.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a fine line sometimes, but I think Eddie Cantor is in some ways quite an authentic musician and noble. It comes from a Jewish background, of course, and you can hear he's sort of Jewish. You can sense it. It's just marvelous. It's just really, you can hear how he came from that, cantor, singer.
Yes, well, that's literally, and they are Jewish. Defined people.
Yes.
In their services.
That's exactly it. I think he might have had another name, but I know he came from a desperately impoverished background, and against all odds came to fame. This is a recording of him singing with a jazz group. It's with the Georgians. I ended up playing a whole stack of Georgian recordings on Friday afternoon, so I won't do that again. But I'll just play the single one because it's absolutely marvellous. And Eddie Cantor is a wonderful jazz singer, really in that early tradition, and he just really cuts it, and he's just full of verve and spirit, and see what you think, and abandon. That's the thing I like about him too. He really throws caution to the wind, and he just goes for it. He's almost, vulnerable in a way that not that many artists are.
Right.
And I think that's great. Here we go. There's a track called what's it called? It's called Georgia. It's a Hi There Georgia, something like that. OG Georgia. That's what it's called.
Is a guy who is very bashful and so shy. The ladies prize him, they idolize him. You can find him most anywhere in a great big cozy Morris chair, idly looking at the ceiling while some girlie is appealing. Oh gee, Georgie, whenever I'm with you. Oh gee, Georgie, I don't know what to do. You never tease or hug or squeeze like Johnny or Joe. You look at me and then, oh gee, I get so, I don't know. Oh gee, Georgie, what can it be? When you're around I get so excited. You're not handsome like a statue, but each time that I look at you, oh gee, Georgie, oh gee. Oh gee, Georgie. Oh gee, Georgie. Whenever I'm with you. Oh gee, Georgie, I don't know what to do. You talk to me of poetry and music and art, but you're not here for that, my dear. I wish you'd start. Have a heart. Oh gee, Georgie, what can it be? When you're around I get so excited. When you're near me, how you thrill me. You've either gotta kiss or kill me. Oh gee, Georgie, oh gee. Oh gee, Georgie, what can it be? When you're around I am so delighted. My head should be just where your chest is. Kiss me, hot lips, I'm asbestos. Oh gee, Georgie, oh gee.
There we go. Eddie Cantor with the Georgians back in 1924 on the
That's
Columbia.
lovely. He didn't hold back, did he?
He didn't. He's just got that wonderful spark. He's got the edge, and I like the way he. I would enjoy his films. I just feel I'm drawn to his personality. And, of course, he did lots of radio later on. He became sort of a major figure in radio.
Oh, yeah.
But he was always we've sort of found this out after his passing, but he was a great philanthropist, and he gave a lot of money and support to important social causes.
Sounds like a nice bloke to me.
Yeah, I think he was very reasonable from what what can you determine really? But by all accounts, he was someone who understood the human experience.
Yes.
I've got a little folder of his records here. I just went and got them. This is from the latest batch of recordings that Jamie passed on.
Oh, okay.
There's a little folder here with half a dozen Eddie Cantor records.
Oh,
Yes, I knew they were here, and I haven't even sampled them yet. The first one, they're mostly from the 20s, And the first one in the album is it's two sides. You choose. One is called "I'm Wild About Horns on Automobiles," and the other side is "I Fall Down and Go Boom." What do you reckon?
Or Go Boom, I think.
Oh, all right, we'll hear about going boom. And Eddie Cantor here. This is off a Zonophone record way back. I'll just give it a little bit of a nudge. Yep. We'll drop the needle. Left hand cue. Yeah, I think we're in the groove. Let's have a listen. First time.
Some kids say that the world today is all upside down. Sometimes they're smiling, sometimes they frown. My heart felt sore for the kid next door when I heard him cry. Here's what he told me when I asked him why. I played horsey down the street with my broom down the street. When somebody moved the street, I'd pour down and go boom. Then I got up on my horse, broom of course was my horse. When somebody moved the horse, I pour down and go boom. I cried and ran home to Ma. It's better now, but how that certain place was hurting, Mama put me right to bed, right to bed. Oh my head, in my dreams they moved the bed. I pour down and go boom. I got a tip to buy some stocks, lost my shirt, lost my socks. The minute that I buy some stocks, they fall down and go boom. Got some liquor yesterday from a friend round my way. Took one drink and what do you think? I fall down and go boom. The stuff they're selling us nowadays is not so good. It's apt to blind you. I'll remind you, years ago you'd buy some wine, wind up singing at a line. Now you wind up on your spine, 'cause you pour down and go boom.
Okay, there we go. Eddie Cantor, back in the day.
I love it.
It's marvellous stuff. Yeah, it's very low level, that record, but we got through. We were able to hear it nevertheless.
I know, it's quite all right.
Yeah, the compressor took care of that. But yeah, it was great. Love it. It's good fun.
Good fun.
I really enjoyed these. Oh, that's lovely to know that's here. I'll have to play the other side. We'll have another Eddie Cantor. Oh, in fact, I'll play one or two other discs from this one.
That would be excellent.
Here we have Making Whoopee, which
That's his big number.
it was.
That was huge.
Yeah, it's from the film Whoopee, and I think it's Irving Berlin. No,
Yeah,
not
I
Irving
think so.
Berlin. It's Cole Porter.
Don't know.
Is it? I can't remember.
I
Yeah.
think Irving Berlin, but I don't
It
know.
might be, yeah. Yeah, it's a great tune, and this sort of defined him in many respects, this song. But yeah, from about 1929.
Good lyric.
Yes.
Great tune.
Definitely.
Every time I hear that march from Lohengrin, I am always on the outside looking in. Maybe that is why I see the funny side when I see a fallen brother take a bride. Weddings make a lot of people sad, but if you're not the groom, it's not so bad. Another bride, another June, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. pot of rice. The groom is nervous. He answers twice. It's really killing that he's so willing to make whoopee. Picture a little love nest down where the roses cling. Picture the same sweet love nest. Think what a year can bring. He's washing dishes and baby clothes. He's so ambitious, he even sews. But don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee. Another year, or maybe less. What's this I hear? Well, can't you guess? She feels neglected, and he's suspected of making whoopee. She sits alone most every night. He doesn't phone or even write. He says he's busy, but she says, is he? He's making whoopee. He doesn't make much money, $5,000 her. Some judge who thinks he's funny says you pay $6 to her. He says, now judge, suppose I fail. The judge says, budge, right into jail. You'd better keep her. You'll find it's cheaper than making whoopee.
There we have the original of that big hit for Eddie
You could
Cantor.
tell he was young, couldn't you?
Yes, young Eddie Cantor. And
It became one of his signature tunes.
it certainly did. It did for years after. And yeah, it came out in 1928 from the musical Whoopee. And it's actually a Gus Kahn and Walter Donaldson song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good song.
It is. Now, unfortunately, I've got to wind up because I've just got the nod that we need to leave earlier than I thought.
Okay,
So
okay.
it means we'll just have to...
Not to worry.
We'll have some more Eddie Cantor next
Yeah.
time or sometime soon.
We'll talk offline about
Yes,
Harold.
yes, indeed we will. That'll be great.
You don't have to be sure that you're going, but I'd like to know.
Oh
that
yes,
there'll
of
be
course,
good chat.
of course, absolutely. No, I'll definitely get back to you probably tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. All right then, Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you, listeners. Sorry
Thank you,
we had to
listeners.
terminate
Thank you,
early.
Steve.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Life gets in the way sometimes. But at least we're able to touch base. All right. So until soon, next Friday probably, and yeah, it'll all go from there. So thanks all. I'm just going to cut loose. Cheers for now.
VK3JR clear.
And vk3sl. Cheers.